morning. It's Monday. If I didn't have so much work to do, it'd be nice to take the day off and go to Bremen, but I do have a lot to do. So, beginning of a new week, beginning of a new training week. We are going climbing tonight. We're going back to lab for that unfinished blue grumpy circuit board business, and I'll see you soon. So, I'm right in the middle of campus. I'm going to be getting some funny looks, but it is Monday. Welcome to the week. It's a beautiful day in Leeds today. Really lovely, very sunny. Yeah, good start to the week. Okay, so we're back at the lab, back on the blue. I haven't had a go yet. I'm going to give it a good brush and then we're going to see how far we can get on a first attempt. I have kind of warmed up my fingers. I'm going to do a couple of laps on the orange, which is I can't see from here, but I'm going to do a couple of laps on that and then I'm going to hop straight on. So, I haven't had any attempts yet. I've brushed the holes. I'm going to do one route on the orange, which is 5+ to warm up my shoulders, and then I think before I waste any energy I'm just going to hop straight in to my project. I don't know if that's a good idea, but that's what I'm doing. It just went. I was expecting maybe a little bit of a battle so I could make it into like a part 2 of the siege, but it went first go, so hello. It is sometime later now. In fact, I am about to go to bed, but that turned into a really good session at the lab. I got my project done on the circuit board a lot quicker than I was expecting, so I kind of just gave the rest of the evening to catching up with my friends and climbing the V5 to V7 blue circuit. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with how that circuit felt tonight. They felt quite nice and achievable, which was encouraging. I wanted to get a good session in before I go away again on Wednesday, so I'll be in Sheffield from Wednesday, which is good and convenient because Sheffield Depot is in Sheffield, so I'll perhaps be paying a visit. Yeah, glad that I got my project. I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm really tired, so I'll see you tomorrow morning. Night.
Wake up here, and I think how it was before the paint started fading. No history books written about this plot, but the stories I've heard are persuading. This old house is a castle to me.
So,
Place that I'll keep.
I'm not sure how much you'll be able to see there. So today's been a bit weird, or this evening. Today was actually really good, but this evening was like a little bit all over the show for me, really. We went to the gym, and as you will have seen, I got my bench PB, 50 kilograms, which is really exciting because when I first started going to the gym, maybe a year ago now, I had a really good run with it, and I tried to get my bench up to 50 before Christmas last year, and tried a fair few times and failed it. And then I kind of had a big chunk of time off from the gym, and I started again kind of like September, October time, and got my bench PB, so I was really pleased with that. But then I had a bit of an emotional breakdown. I have struggled on and off for years with body image and quite kind of negative thoughts about my appearance and my body, and sometimes I go through kind of quite rough patches with it where I can get quite kind of body dysmorphic and quite really stuck in a rut with it, and it kind of starts to get blown out of all proportion. My appearance starts to kind of really get me down and affect my confidence. I think I could talk about this for a long time. I could make a whole video series about body confidence and body image. But basically for the past couple of months I've kind of been struggling as well, it's been kind of a long struggle since since my early teens, really. But basically what I'm trying to get to is I have a bit of a history with...
I know what you're doing with the economic number.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, sorry. Nathan just asked me about my dinner. He's a good egg. He's making me my dinner whilst I talk to the internet about my deepest, darkest problems. So where was I? Yeah, so basically I have a little bit of history with poor body image and disordered eating and kind of negative thoughts about body, basically. And part of climbing, or the part of my experience with climbing, has been that since I started, my body has changed, not super drastically, but it's changed. It's different, very different now to how it was when I first started climbing, and that's a good thing because it's healthy now and it's so much more capable now, and I'm stronger now. That it's really good, but sometimes I really have to rationalise with myself, and I really have to remind myself that change is not, I'm not out of control, and the change is good. I used to think that control was controlling what I let myself eat, which was not much, and beating myself up if I left the very strict kind of boundaries that I'd set for myself. Whereas now, control and discipline looks a lot different because of climbing. And obviously these videos are about they're about trying to get stronger and working on strength on my body, and it's not so much about the way I look, although I still do get caught up in that, which is not, I'm not really proud of that, but I'm a human being, and sometimes I find, well, a lot of the time I find faults with the way I look, and sometimes it gets me down, and I pay a lot more attention to it than I probably should. But basically, I'm rambling a little bit, but basically, as I've gotten stronger, my body has changed, my muscle mass has increased, my arms have gotten bigger, my body composition is very different now than it used to be, and for the most part I feel proud of that, I really do, but sometimes I trip up and I think about it in a way that I shouldn't. I want to put a disclaimer out now and say that I am by no means, I am very, very lucky. I have a body that is able, and I'm able to use it to do the things that I love to do. Beauty is not skin deep. Well, beauty is only skin deep. What am I saying? Basically your looks are superficial, and they're really not important. It really is what's in here, and how you make other people feel, and yeah, it's that there are more important things in the way you look. I guess what I'm saying is I've been having a rough time lately with body image, because I feel like my body is changing, and whilst a lot of the time I have a really good handle on how that might make me feel, and I feel positive about it, sometimes my mind throws me these curveballs where I don't feel good about it. Like today I filmed my 50 kilogram bench, and looked back over the footage, and rather than being proud and happy and excited that I'd just benched 50, my first thought was the way I looked, and my first thought was actually, oh well, I don't want to publicise it because of the way I look in that video, and that's ridiculous. But it made me quite upset, and I came home and I cried for a little bit, because I've come such a long way from 4 or 5 years ago, and I've worked so hard to recover the parts of my mind and my body that went rationalising myself properly, that when I kind of find those sneaking back in, it's quite upsetting sometimes. Yeah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to link to an article that Sasha Degouligan wrote a while back, which I thought was amazing, and I would really like to sit down and film a video about basically everything that she talks about in the article. So yeah, let me know what you think. Blah, blah, blah. I'm tired. I really must be tired. But yeah, I feel a lot better now. I got myself into a bit of a, but now I feel a bit better. I feel a bit better for talking actually about it, and yeah, let me know if it would be something that you'd be interested in me talking more about kind of like, what would it be, like body image and athleticism and the relationship between the two, and the pressure on women and men to look a certain way, like in sport or out of sport, and how silly it is. Okay, so now I'm gonna get my dinner, and I'm not gonna feel guilty about it because I deserve it. I benched heavy, the heaviest I've ever benched, and I deserve a yummy tea and to feel proud and to look back on the video with nothing but pride and excitement and happiness, because, you know, I bet a lot of it is in here, and probably nothing to do with the size of my legs or how saggy my bum is, because mine's crazy. Okay, I've rambled enough. I'm gonna go to bed now. Well, no, I'm gonna go and eat and then I'm gonna go to bed. So, welcome to Sheffield. The light in the bathroom is super noisy. Hopefully that's gonna go off soon. Is there an extractor fan that I can turn off? Maybe. Is that it? Because I'm in Sheffield, I have just made that bathroom noise worse. Because I'm in Sheffield, I thought it would be rude not to go to Sheffield Depot. So I'm gonna get ready. I'm in a bit of a rush and my brain's not really working. Okay, hello. We are headed climbing now. I'm gonna get a coffee from the coffee machine and then we're gonna head off. I'm really excited. I sat down all day today. I mean, I sat down all day most days, but yeah, I'm excited to get out and kind of get moving a little bit. Good morning everyone, welcome to Friday.
Freezing.
And a freezing morning in the Peak District. We are camped at the base of Stanage Edge and we're about to head into, is it Hathersedge that the cafe is at? A cafe in Hathersedge I think. It was pretty cold last night, but I slept really well. It's like what Nathan wants me to let him in. We slept pretty well. It's about 12 now, maybe a bit later, and we slept till about 11, and then because it was so cold this morning we kind of just couldn't get out of bed. But we're gonna head over to Hathersedge now, and then thank you. Wait, I have a couple of updates. Can you hold this? I'm going to shut the door and come round. My sun's actually coming out a little bit. So yesterday I met up with Athena for a climb, which is really nice. I tried to go pretty easy on my finger because the night before I feel like all I ever talk about is my finger on it, but basically it's in a pretty sorry state at the moment and I feel pretty bummed out about it, so no more climbing for a little while, I think. Yesterday evening we went to see the new Alex Migos Rot Punked film at Sheffield Depot, which was really nice, and he did a Q&A beforehand, so that was really interesting. And we had a little climb beforehand and got on the comp wall, which was pretty fun. But yeah, fingers aren't feeling very, very good. We're in the Peak District this weekend, and it's gonna be like, well, not the whole weekend. What are we doing today?
Going to Sheffield Depot.
No, what are we doing first?
Oh, going to a Grasshopper Cafe.
To get coffee.
Coffee.
And then we're going to head to Sheffield Depot and get a gym session in before this weekend. This weekend, there's someone walking past.
That's alright.
This weekend, our friend had the idea that he wanted to climb every single blue in every single depot in the UK. So there's six centres. So that's what we're doing. It's a road trip weekend to all the depots, which is pretty cool actually, because I've not been to Nottingham, I've not been to Birmingham, so it'd be cool to see those. I think that Nottingham's like the original depot, so it'd be cool to see. But yeah, we're gonna go get coffee now and warm up in a cafe somewhere. We'll see you there. They're not. No. What do you think?
Tastes like a Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah. So far. Actually, no, I've done a lot more than that. This is my story arc.
Unusual.
Gets very dramatic. No, it's not. This is like the classic Hollywood story arc. Got a crisis resolution.
Oh, you've done it that the spike is the bad bit.
This is going up, crisis resolution, and peak with the most exciting part. Then you have like a crisis number 2, and then it slowly gets better until the end. Hello guys! So it is round about 4 o'clock and we are on our way to Sheffield Depot. We just finished up in a really nice coffee shop called Ginger in Broom Hill, and now we're heading to Sheffield Depot for what are we doing? A gym workout, a short gym workout and a shower, and to meet Paddy and Sabrina at 4:30. Yeah, so we're meeting Paddy and Sabrina at 4:30, and then begins the every blue in every depot in a weekend challenge. Yeah, so I'll see you at Sheffield.
Right, let's do this.
What time are we on?
Say again?
What time are we on?
I'll just take 5 in 50 seconds.
Cool.
Let's go get to our first one.